Not even denim. So fancy.
This microphone.
Is mine good?
Yeah, those are like pleated. Like those are.
They're micro.
starched.
Oh my, starch. There we go.
I wish I could wear my partner's pants, but we're not the same size.
No. We're also not quite. Like his wider at the waist, but then my hips are wider. So we can't share jeans.
Right. Anything kind of stretchy.
Yeah.
It's gonna have a little stretch in there.
You could probably wear a skirt or two, though, if you wanted to. They fit.
Okay, that's an interesting place to start.
Yeah. It's great.
Welcome to episode 20.
We don't know.
What do you got going on there?
I don't know it.
23. We're going to go episode 23 of Smack Talk with Seth and Mackenzie. Mac has a haunted mic today. That's great. Usually it's the camera that's wandering around, but today it's the mic.
It's usually when my loudmouth talks too much. It's like zooms in on me, like, tell me more.
This episode brought to you by Happy Ending Divorce and Separation. If you are going through a divorce and would like to have a happy ending, you can head to happyendingdivorceandseparation.com and they can help you with all your paperwork and whatnot.
Yep.
Yep. That's all you ever have to say. Yep.
Quickly. Well, what do you want to say about that, really?
It's important.
Some guests are like, oh, okay.
And Andy liked it so much that he calls it out every time I see him.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. Anyway.
That's a great business name for that business.
I know.
It's really good.
Just don't call it happy endings.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Happy ending.
Happy ending.
Yes.
Ending.
And
Anyway,
also powered by Blue Willow Entertainment.
as we do.
Always, every time.
We're going to be at the National. By the time this comes out, we will probably be
Well, we will.
probably done the first show at the National Music Center. And that's going to be very exciting.
So we can talk about that. The things that we haven't actually officially announced because
We
it
haven't
will be
announced.
announced by
Tomorrow.
So
Yeah.
you get a sneak peek.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
We're partnering with the Grey Cup Festival.
Oh, cool.
And the prompt that the artist got was to write basically the theme song for the festival.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
And then the winning song
Yeah.
will be fully
Will be-
produced at the National Music Center and then like
Nice.
fully uploaded everywhere and be used for like advertising, promotions, commercials and things.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Pretty
Wow.
next level.
That's
Yeah.
better than help me help myself. Come
I
on.
love that.
Well, if we've
Prompt,
evolved a
okay?
bit, Jaiden, all right? With that, Miss Jaiden Riley is joining us.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we had
It's
to
been a long time coming.
We had to schedule a couple times.
It's my
but
fault.
We got you in.
Yes.
That's okay.
Not
Life
entirely. The
happened.
weather was
The
actually
weather
the
actually
first.
the first time
The
really
weather the first time,
screwed
second
everyone
time
over.
sickness.
And that screws people over too.
Third time I'm here.
We're here.
Third time's a charm.
I agree.
Lucky number 3. That's me.
How's 2026 been for you otherwise? I haven't seen you since like right at the end of 2025. so,
Yeah. 26 has been good. It's been a tough year for me personally, I would say, but musically it's been going well. Started a new side gig that is very music forward.
Hmm.
So I'm learning a lot. It's important to learn things, I've come to discover. It's hard to learn things. So it's a season of learning and of new things, new beginnings, and rediscovering myself, I would say.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. Renewal. Like
Renewal, yeah.
all the things in the new year.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Some things I have to relearn what things are now, what my life looks like. And who I am again. So yeah, it's good. It's important.
Yeah.
Have you always been a lifelong learner, or is it something where you kind of go into in and out of seasons, or what's your style?
Yeah, I would say that I've always been pretty grounded in like myself and knowing who I am and trying to be the most authentic version of myself that I can, especially in front of an audience. But yeah, lifelong learning is definitely important to me. I think that we're not learning, we're not growing. We're not growing. What's the point?
Amen.
Yeah, so definitely a lifelong learner. I will always take on new tasks and new ways to evolve. Yeah.
And you said side quests. Have side quests been a part of your
Yeah.
journey, or are you
Well-
just kind of starting to dabble?
Yeah, I mean, it's like so I'm a musician first, I would say. I also have a Bachelor of Education, so I'm a teacher technically.
Mm.
And I'm passionate about teaching if it really came down to it. Hopefully my admin doesn't listen to this, but music is always first for me. Jaiden Riley comes first, and then Miss
We won't tell
Riley
them
is
who your other name is, and then they can't find it.
exactly. Um, but yeah, so that's the side quest is just teaching. And I typically just sub because it's better for scheduling for Jaiden Riley.
Mhm.
But I was offered or asked to come and help a school that was they had a last minute sort of panic mat leave to cover, and my old principal tracked me down, and not my principal from when I was in school, like she was my principal when I was a teacher at a previous school. She switched schools, and I was the first person that she thought of after they already tried to find some qualified people. They asked me.
Okay.
They asked me if I would help, and so that's a side quest. Just for the end of the year, I'm cosplaying as a real teacher.
And it's
by
it's
day.
band though.
It's choir and band.
Yeah.
So I did dust off the trumpet. I have been playing the trumpet again. I can do my B flat scale. And, yeah, it's grades 7, 8, and 9 is what I am like properly overseeing for band. So they just have to know their scales and play hot cross buns. One of the classes is doing a Beauty and the Beast tune. For them, it's mostly just getting rhythm and their cues proper. The senior high band, I have a clinician coming in to work with me on that.
Hmm.
And then choir, same thing, pretty much. That I get to sing, which is a lot more fun. I get to teach vocal technique, stuff like that. But it's a totally different world from playing country music. And I have been on the subject of lifelong learning. I've been working, especially lately. I've been really diving into this idea of bluegrass and playing real bluegrass music, not just saying, using it in a string of genres that we all use to identify ourselves. So I've been learning that, which I thought was the most intense thing I could have undertaken, and this is far more intense.
Hmm.
Like sheet music is a different world of music. It's like math, you know?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
As a side note, the only musical thing I've ever done in my life is play hot cross buns on a recorder. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all I got.
I could, if you need to relearn, I'm your girl.
Please, yes.
I teach you how to do that.
Don't dust it off.
Yeah.
There's one, I think Joby has one actually.
Go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's have a music lesson.
that'd be so
That would be
fun.
Nobody wants to hear that. Anyway.
Well, so speaking of, you kind of told us a little bit about your past growing up, maybe in music.
Mhm.
So where did that all start for you?
Like my journey into music.
Yes.
So interesting. And I feel like I'm living this world of full circleness for that right now. So this is good to talk about because I've been reflecting a lot on my early education in music. I went to a school called Calgary Arts Academy from grade 1 to 9, and they're an arts immersion performance art integration school. So all of my assignments in all of my subjects, cross-curricular, were through art. And art there was mostly performing arts. So I think I learned how to paint. I know what the color wheel is, but that was when I was much younger. As I got older, I was in band and choir, and then we also had performance opportunities. So we would do the Jubilee and Vertigo Theater every year. So I did a lot of stage acting and a lot of group ensemble performance, which was really important for me, I think, to get foundational knowledge of what is it like to exist on a large stage? What is it? How do I show up on stage? What is my stage presence going to be? Because some of these skills are inherent, I would argue. Some of them can't be taught, but a lot of them are taught through repetition and learning from the best. So I definitely had that growing up. I had great band teachers who might not be proud of me right now because I stopped playing for so long, like that kind of music. But yeah, music is a different language that in some ways can be definitely transferable. So that was my early education. And then in high school, I was an athlete. So I didn't do band or choir in high school, but I was playing volleyball 6 days a week and then going home and writing songs and teaching myself how to play the guitar. So always being creative, I would say singing has always been a thing. I sang before I talked, is what my mom used to say. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
What was the first song you ever wrote?
Oh, the first song I ever wrote was called I Need Some Time.
Mm.
I was in grade 4. I don't know what I was so stressed about. And I'm pretty sure I ripped it off. Like, I think that the melody is like a Hannah Montana, I think.
Yeah.
I still remember it though. I need some time. I'm going faster and faster. Everybody's going this way and that way. I need some time. Whoa.
Wow.
Grade 4.
Oh,
There
Just
we
got
go.
into
Damn.
Jaiden Riley.
Coming soon.
Coming.
To a streaming service near you.
I was gonna say you probably don't remember like cassette tapes and stuff used to sometimes have like a bonus track that was like
Yeah.
hidden if you kept playing.
Yes.
That could be that.
Yes, I collected cassettes in high
Oh,
school,
okay.
and now I collect records. So
She was collecting them.
Cool.
Seth.
That's
I
cool.
was.
I-
Sorry.
I'm glad, actually. I'm glad
Yeah.
you did that.
Yeah.
Tilly has a CD player now,
Yeah,
and I got her like 4 limited edition Taylor Swift CDs like when they came out, and she's
so
like,
cool.
we were in the mall yesterday, Market Mall. I don't think there's like a record store in Market Mall
No.
anymore. Like there's no HMV or
No.
whatever.
Right.
And she's like, we should go to the record store because then I could buy CDs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, we're gonna do that.
Yeah,
Gonna
you
go
gotta
get
take her to
some
the
CDs.
thrift stores too.
Yeah, like we gotta go to Record
they're like
Land
50
or...
cents.
There might be one.
Oh yeah,
in there.
and the thrift stores have
The
CDs.
thrift
Yeah.
stores have so many
And
CDs.
CD players and tape players.
Yeah.
I learned that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also have a very large cabinet that is just full of CDs. I collect all music forms.
Hmm.
I like music physically. I
Yeah.
think it's a much different way to interact with
It is.
the consumption of music, and it makes you more intentional about the creation of it.
There's
Yeah.
something to going to a store and buying a CD and unwrapping it.
Yes.
Like, stupid.
That was
Yeah.
she was like, how do you open this? She was like getting a knife, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Because you're invested. It's like it feels different to put money down for something than it does to pay a monthly subscription. Obviously I have Spotify. My song is on Spotify,
Yes, it is.
but yeah, I do. I like physical music, so I collect all the forms of it. I have all the ways to play all the
That's
forms.
great.
Except for 8-track, because who does
No
8-track?
one has an 8-track
and all the
machine.
8-track players
No.
are broken.
They don't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, they're not.
They're
That's
kind
not
of
a
neat
thing.
looking though.
Yeah, but they were an unreliable.
And they're big too, so they're hard to store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
My parents never even had those. We just were a cassette family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were mostly cassettes too.
Yeah.
Like I got tapes were my first thing I got, and
Yeah.
I loved opening them and then like folding out the
Yeah.
You're
lyrics
reading it?
and like
Yeah.
singing along.
yeah.
Like for sure, Tiffany. Like I think we're alone now. you know?
Yeah.
My first tape,
Yeah.
I think, was Alana Miles.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I think mine was Collective Soul.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Mm.
My
Yeah.
grandpa was he had a cassette player in his pickup truck. And so everything was on cassette. And I remember there was for sure Johnny Cash, like live in Folsom Prison. That was a big one. And then the Clancy brothers are like an Irish.
I don't
Oh,
even know.
man.
Eh?
That's cool.
It's a lot of Clancy brothers and then like old country. So it was Johnny Cash, Patsy Cline, Dolly, but he didn't really like her very much. So yeah.
He just did it because it was the thing, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone listens to Dolly.
Everyone listens to Dolly Parton. Yeah.
I have 2 cassette stories, and they're mostly just from trauma. But when I was a kid, we lived in Cassiar, which was right by the Yukon border, like up in the northern BC. And we went to Wetaskiwin, me and my stepdad, to buy a car because cars cost less in Wetaskiwin.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
so
true.
we drove,
That's
we drove like
they
Cars
have
cost
jingles.
Yeah.
Cars
was-
cost less in Wetaskiwin.
it literally is like a 36-hour drive. But this is like in the early
Like, it's
90s.
still cheaper
Yeah.
when we factor this in.
Anyway, we did it, and the only cassette we had was the Counting Crows, and so that was just on like repeat for days, and it's ingrained in my mind permanently. And then the other one is my mom had an obsession with Meatloaf, not the food, but the artist.
Oh,
Yes.
Meatloaf.
And when Bad Out of Hell
love
2
that
came
guy.
out with I Would Do Anything for Love,
Yes.
she would just listen to it, hit rewind, take it back to the start, listen to it
Oh my
again.
gosh.
That's so
Yeah.
good. I love that.
I had-
Justice for Meatloaf.
Oh yeah, we had a camcorder too back in the Meatloaf days of Bad Out of Hell, and like that song, my friends and I would do like music videos, like with the
Mhm.
scarves
No,
blowing.
very theatrical.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See?
I love that.
I know.
Yeah.
That-
It is a very different
I
experience.
definitely grew up in that era.
'Cause
Like
you remember these things. Like I could
you're
put
like, when did
any-
I first hear this song
Yeah,
on
then
Spotify?
you remember
You're like,
where
I don't
and
know.
when and where.
Yeah,
So
but
there's like landmark events. Like everybody remembers where they were when Princess Diana died.
Yeah,
Everybody remembers where they were for 9/11. You know,
Mhm.
I remember where I was the first time I heard Keith Urban on CD. You know,
That's so all
That's a
sets
good
are like
trifecta.
some NBA
It's a
team
good
winning or
trifecta.
like a
I have
hockey
lots of music
team.
memories, but yeah,
You have a lot of those.
yeah. Well, sports. I have many
Sports
many
memories.
sports things. Yes, they all blend together though after a while.
Sports memories.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, but my first one is the Joe Carter home run because I remember my dad like jumped up, like I thought his head hit the ceiling, and he was not a tall dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been all downhill since then for the Blue Jays. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh well.
moving on.
One more.
Moving on.
It's interesting. We had Carter Felker in here yesterday
Mhm.
or the day before, and we asked, Carter, we asked him about his first record and what the process was, and he was just like, it was a fucking shit show,
Yeah.
and I hated it.
Yeah.
And you're a lot closer, I think, to your first, single and what you're working on now. How's that process been for you? I'm curious.
Yeah, I think the single was a really great and positive experience. I think that it was something that, like, as soon as I started playing properly, professionally live, everyone was saying, "Oh, you need to have music out. You need to have music out." And so for most measures, I was late. Like the song happened. It was a long time coming, basically. But I think that there were things I needed to learn along the way in order to really be prepared to put my full chest behind something. And that also goes for the folks that I worked with on the song. Like it was a very much a collaborative, vibes oriented sort of experience. And that I think made the world of difference. And also, by the time that we actually recorded Chickens, I had been playing it live for a year and a half. Gives me a lot of time to, polish up and know what decisions I wanted to be in the final product,
Mhm.
which isn't always a luxury that artists have. And I'm sure, it's a demo-itis, right? If I'll listen to Chickens again in 10 years and say, oh, I changed that, I changed that, I changed that. Every artist feels that way about no matter what they record and put out there,
Yeah.
they will want to change it. But at least for where I'm at now, and even now, I'm a little bit sick of the Chickens, like after listening to the scratch vocals so many times, let alone the recorded song, like I'm over it. We all get over these things. I'm excited about it still. I'm happy to talk about it always. But I don't think I would change anything about it right now, which feels like we did it right, not and only right for me. Like I'm the only one that can decide, yeah, this is done,
Mm.
But I feel like we did it really positively, and all the people I got to work with, like we recorded it at Pool Boy Studios, which is Brett Cassidy's studio. And then him and Matt Blaze co-produced on the song, and all of my favorite people played on the song. And, it was just a really good positive experience. So I'm glad that I had that. Also, just everyone was really killer at their jobs. Everyone did a good job. And I just showed up and sang,
That sounds awesome. Yeah.
I mean, I was there. I was very much there for the whole
Mhm.
process, and was like curating it very carefully. There's so many layers to the song that I don't even know if people would notice, but like there's jaw harp in the song, and we
Wow.
were very serious about getting that. And then the whole process of Chickens is it's not just the song, it's the cover shoot where I had to catch and hold chickens.
That
It
was
was
fun
just
watching that process.
And Jenny Hardluck was my chicken tender. She caught the chickens way better than I did. Yeah. So I think I had a really good foundation and a good backing behind me to support that song. And then, looking to future projects, I'm excited to bring that energy into what I do, but also understanding that, we always want to go back and change things. It's not a reason to like not do them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, I'm excited to work on future projects. I have the opportunity. I get to record a new single as a part of my prize for Rising Star. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. It'll be interesting because it has to be, there's rules with the
Oh,
prize.
okay.
Not huge rules, but like I have to work with the people that are providing the prize, which is totally fine. But it will be a different experience. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. Um, and then yeah, in terms of original material, I have enough to do a lot more than just a single. So
Yeah,
It's exciting.
you do.
planning
I've
for
heard
that, yeah.
lots of that
Yeah,
stuff. It's great.
yeah. So we're trying to. I would say right now we're in the um, strategizing phase, but also we're giving all these songs really good fair shakes live, so that we know when it's time to get into the studio, it'll be quick,
Yeah.
And
cut
when
and dry.
and when
Yeah.
you say we, like, is
Yeah.
that your band, or do you have a separate team that you work with in
Yeah,
like some of
so
these discussions?
like most of the players that were on Chickens are crybabies.
Okay.
So um Josh Nadeau or Nadio, I don't know how to say his last name. Oh, sorry, Josh. Hey. Um Josh drummed on Chickens and I'd never played with him before live, but then he was Matt's drummer, so I like borrowed him and I've played with Matt a bunch of times live, so we already had sort of good camaraderie together. If I recorded, and then Josh ended up mastering the track because he also has his own practice as an engineer. Like he did a song for Shania when she was in town, so he knows what's up that way. And then he was my drummer for when I need a drummer, because we don't always play with a drummer, especially when we go kind of bluegrassy.
Mhm.
It's an intentional decision not to have drums. But when we have drums, he's my guy. He knows what's up. He will be the drummer, hopefully, for time immemorial on my tracks until he gets like too old or too drunk to do it. And yeah, so Josh is a crybaby. Josh will be the drummer on any tracks. Nikki was the fiddler on Chickens, and she's amazing. She's phenomenal. She's primarily a corduroy cowboy. She's
Yes,
in Brett's
with Brett.
band. But super nice of her to come in and give me her time for Chickens. And she gave me more than her time. She gave everything. The song is for the fiddle,
I mean, if you
Uh,
haven't heard it, folks,
Yeah,
the
it's
fiddle is
the star,
chicken,
yeah.
like,
And the door and the
and
gravel
all the
and
things.
all the things. And she was so easy to work with. Like I was like, for the intro, like, give me some Devil Went Down to Georgia. And she was like, she went
It's-
crazy.
That's
Um,
totally what it
Yeah.
kind of is like.
Yeah, kind of. It's like,
Like, it's
obviously
its own
we didn't
thing.
rip it off, but
It's its own
yeah,
thing,
don't copyright me.
But I can hear it. I can
yeah.
hear.
So she was great, and she's so easy and fun and lovely to work with. But as of late, I've been working with a lovely, lovely girl. Her name is Talia Alexiak. She is my primary crybaby fiddler. And whatever I record going forward, I probably would bring them both into the fold in an ideal world. But I look forward to getting Talia recorded because we haven't done that yet, and that'll be just as fun for me as it will be for her. But I would say like Nikki is also definitely a crybaby. We've played in the last 6 months together a few shows, so it's both of them.
Mhm.
And I look forward to seeing what Talia can do. And then of course, Mr. Brett Cassidy is banjo, and he does steel too. So and he sings. Like there's so many ways that he can contribute to a piece. And then of course my lover on the bass, that's happening forever for free.
Wow.
What a deal.
Free.
Well, we live together, so we
Okay.
He doesn't have a
sorted out in
That's
choice.
a
other
bit of a
ways.
deal.
And then yeah, I think Matt did harp on that song, and he also played rhythm guitar. We were concerned about time, like not in general, but wanted to get it done quickly, and so that's when I made the choice to have him play rhythm because he's a solid sessional player, which I may or may not do in the future. I would love to record my own guitar. I think that is a good mark of where I want to be as a recording artist. But Matt also like greatly contributed as a producer, so he was the one in the box telling me to give more personality, and boy was it a personality take that we went with. So he will also always sort of be a part of the project. And that's and then Mitchell Kenneth Cooper Alexander III was our jaw harp guy.
Wow, that's a name.
That's right. Mitchell Mitchell Kenneth Cooper Alexander the Third was on jaw harp, and I'm sure, well, we call him the Doink Man, but
The
I'm sure
doink.
he would come back. Yeah, so yeah, I would love to work with the same sessional players
Yeah.
for like large pieces, story pieces. If I did, or when I do an EP or an album or something that is a larger body of work, I would like to have congruence between players. For the Country Thunder Prize, it is recorded at MCC Studios with Dave, and it's his sessional players.
Right.
And I'm sure they're all like top notch. Oh, I forgot about Tori also.
I was going to interject, but I knew
well,
you'd remember.
we didn't have electric guitar on Chickens, so there was no
Yeah.
need. But we've really been leaning into this like honky tonk style. It's always been there, but definitely like there's a firm departure from folk to country, and there's so many different ways that one can be country, but sort of older sounding, honky tonk style country and yodeling and things like that. And I'd like to do more of that wasn't in Chickens. That is one thing I would go back and change. And Chickens, I would add Tori back into it because he really does a great job at that sound. And he's of course impeccable. So he will also be the player on whatever I do next. Yeah.
Right.
Except for this one song.
Right.
And I'm not saying that as a bad thing.
No,
like
no.
it's a dream come true. Like every aspect of what I won in that I'm excited to go like full force forward with. But it will also be nice in addition to that to get to record some of my favorite people forever.
Yeah.
Ever.
It never goes away once it's recorded. It's
That
there
is really good.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. So
I'm
that was
curious.
such a long
Like,
answer. Sorry.
no,
No,
you
please.
very detailed. You know what's up. You've got like a plan. I guess if you like, you're an athlete, so you embrace probably visualization a little bit. But like when you close your eyes and think about Jaiden Riley and the Crybabies, like what stages do you see yourself on? Where do you kind of see this whole thing going?
Yeah. Such a good question. I mean, I think that there's a dream answer and then there's a realistic answer. And I'm not saying that the realistic can't exist within the dream necessarily, but that sort of we want to hit benchmarks and work our way up to the dream. Visualization was a big deal in preparation and strategy for Rising Star, something that we all did sort of together. There were even some things that I was really like, this is my band about, and things that I had to really say, no, we are rehearsing this many times. No, you will wear that, because that's what
to Michael, did you have to tell him?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Michael doesn't leave the house without approval.
Yeah, like-
It's true. And you know what? I think that the band, they have all told me sort of, even independent of each other, that they appreciate this of me, that they like the effort and care that I put into things like branding and the way that we look, because it matters
Mm-hmm.
in ways that people, how we sound always matters first. And so we work really hard on how we sound too. But how we look matters too. And it's so fun to be expressive. But yeah, absolutely. That was a big part of that competition. Like every single time we got on that stage, every time I was preparing to get on the Ranchman stage, it was, does this work for the Country Thunder main stage? Is this that quality? Do I deserve to be on the same poster as Lainey Wilson? And and it worked. Like we visualized it, we followed through, and so yeah, I see myself on that stage. I think we as a band deserve to be on that stage, and stages similar to that. But then there's also, there's different benchmarks for what. I think every single artist that you talk to will have a different idea of what fame is, or of what success looks like, or of what their dream stages are. And a lot of that is deeply personal and based on their experiences as a consumer before they were a creator. And for me, that looks like, small town folk festivals and hitting the road on these little circuits, even festivals that don't, there's the big ones and then there's the little ones. And all of those festivals, I also think that Jaiden Riley and the Crybabies would love to play. So we applied for the Canmore Folk Fest as rejection therapy. Like I was like, yeah, we'll try, we'll see, and then we got it,
I was like,
and we
well,
played it,
there wasn't a rejection. So
And so, well, the warm up, but
Still.
they liked me, and so we'll see. I can't
mean,
say
they
anything
haven't
about
announced
this summer.
it
Yeah,
yet, so
we'll see.
maybe she knows something. She's not telling us.
I don't know. Yeah. So that was also a dream stage for me, and if I have the opportunity to play the actual festival, that is a stage that I have been visualizing myself on every year since I had consciousness, because I've been going to those festivals every year. And so, yeah, like from the time that I could barely talk to even now, when I watch those stages, like, of course I'm visualizing myself on them because I'm just a narcissist like the rest of us
Yes,
musicians are.
we all are in our own way.
Yeah. So I think there's, there's a spectrum of what stages I think Jaiden Riley and the Crybabies want to be on. I think that they continue to get bigger as the opportunity comes for us to expand, and we will always take the bigger stages, but that's not always the point, right?
Yeah.
I played in the corner of a tea place for the Canmore warm up, and it was packed. They had to turn people away. It was a packed house in there. It was insane, on its face. I played in the corner of a tea house. But that was like the best gig of 2026 for me so far,
Oh, great.
and then there's lots of other stages that are sort of iconic and that you don't approach without reverence. So, the King Eddie is a great stage that I've had the pleasure of playing on many times. I'm sure Carter talked about the King Eddie.
I don't even know
I don't know if we
got
did.
there with
No.
that.
We were too busy laughing.
He
Yeah.
talks. He just wants to talk about everything.
No.
So we were like, okay,
You're
take
good.
it away.
Yeah,
we
King
covered
Eddie.
topics like what is tall.
He's such a funny guy.
That's true.
Yeah. The King Eddie Festival Hall is another great stage. Calgary Folk is another one of those festivals, and then like the Ironwood, I had played twice in the span of 2 weeks, and I wanted to play the Ironwood also since I was 5, so these things are coming, and it's important, I think, to not get caught up in what other people think is prestigious and just like what your benchmarks are. I think that mine are probably in line with, a lot of other artists. I get up and coming artists in my DMs like quite often asking me like, how do I play at the King Eddie? Because they want to. And so, because it's special and important to get to play local landmarks. And then, but yeah, to answer the question in short, I would say the Crybabies are looking to play festival stages as big as Country Thunder or as heart big as the Calgary Folk. But, Sierra Farrell played the Calgary Folk Fest last year. So that's huge, right? There's, and then I will always play, like I played the 15 Minutes of Fame Festival in Rosebud, Alberta last summer, and it was like the best show of my life, And I opened for Joel Plaskett. That was sick, That was so sick. It was like Woodstock reincarnated. Like it was so good. So maybe not specific stages, but just like ideas and general vibes of
that.
what I want to be a part of. Yeah.
Well, you kind of touched on it in there about how baby Jaiden used to go to all these festivals, and I guess just let's touch on, because I know your story, a little bit about like your upbringing and your Métis heritage and how that sort of formed you into this Jaiden and this musician as well and this storyteller.
Yeah. Okay, there's lots of intersectionality there. I think my mom was really really intentional about making sure that I had opportunities to experience music in all forms. And the most accessible way to receive a lot of music in a short period of time is to go to a folk music festival. And I think anybody who goes to a folk music festival would agree that it's not like what is folk music. It's kind of a bit of everything, which is a great thing because you get to experience and explore and and see lots of different types of music. And so my mom, even though like she was a single mom and we struggled financially, she made sure that we had the weekend passes to the Calgary and the Canmore Folk Festival every summer. Those things aren't cheap, okay?
No.
No.
I don't know, but that was important to her. And then locally, like we would go to live music at the Ironwood when I was young, and all the places that were all ages. When there was a show, we would go. Um, and that was really important to me. What I think folk fests champion the most is the idea of storytelling behind songwriting, especially when you go to the workshops, like stages, and even on the main stage between, it's not robotic. The artists aren't up there playing 10 songs in a row, not saying anything, and then getting off, which actually happens a lot. If you go to even places that I love, if you go to a larger show, at, let's say, Ranchman's, for example, those artists aren't telling stories on stage.
No.
They're playing their set and they're getting off the stage because that's what the audience wants
Yeah.
in a place like that. And I am also not blind to that. Like when I play those types of shows, that's what I do, and I enjoy that also. It's just different. It's different to have the chance to talk and to share why you wrote the song, what the song is about. Obviously, you taper that based on what the vibe is. If it's a songwriter circle, then you're going to tell the story. If it's a folk festival, a folk fest songwriter round or workshop stage, you're going to tell the story in under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're, playing at Ranchman's, you're going to use a 5-word bit, and that's all interesting and fun. But folk fest is where you hear the stories, and that's what I like the most. And that is an incredibly Indigenous way, I think, to approach artistry and music in general. Songs themselves, like, they speak for themselves. Also, I wrestle with the idea often that we write a song for us, but then we put it out there and it's abandoned to the world. That is not ours anymore. It's up for interpretation, and songs are meant to be interpreted, but sometimes the story is the story, and it's important to know what the story was. Yeah, so I think that's what I gained from experiencing music at a young age, was the stories, and storytelling in general is Indigenous.
Yes, it is.
We all tell stories, but
Yeah.
specifically passing things on orally, and then through song is also very Indigenous. If you go back to early music, and Métis fiddle tunes, even, they tell a story. No words, they're telling a story.
Yep. Jigging along there.
Yeah, whiskey before breakfast.
Well, I think for me anyway, just as a consumer of your music and live performances, if I think back even to the showdown last year, combine it with this year, we've had 64 artists go through.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of any songs, or I probably, like, if we sat here and jammed on it, we could think of a couple of songs that stood out as much as, like, when you did Chickens in the Trailer Park. Like, that was just like a moment.
Yeah.
And, like, the way you just convey it is authentic, and it stands out, and it's unique, and it's different, I guess. Like, we watch a lot of music. So yeah, I don't know. It's not so much a question, more just like, you've got a thing and you should keep doing it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. It's hard to harness that energy, I think. But I remember, like, I wrote Chickens not long before the competition. And so I think that passion and the fire for this, like, strange little morsel of a song I had created was, like, what showed there. But then also, yeah, while I was writing the song, I was like, it was a real story, and that's what made it a real song, I think, and so I was like, this is really fun. Oh, I should make it weird. Oh, I should yodel. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. And I think that was a very natural process of songwriting. And so, like, I was laughing while I wrote it. I'm not going to perform it and also, like, not laugh and not, and then that's the I would say the artistic side, or
Well, that's like the beauty of it, because
Yeah.
like, so many people get so wrapped up in what they think people want them to be, or I need to be like that, or but like, you just did the fucking thing. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I mean, I've heard you play a lot of your songs, which we all will soon, hopefully, when she gets those released. But they all have their own stories, for sure. Like, it's not just like
Yeah.
a song. It definitely has. They all have something about them. And I've heard some of your more solemn or quieter songs as
Mhm.
well. And like, they're all very, like, heavy storytelling songs. I
Yeah.
would say there isn't one that isn't.
No.
Actually, it's funny because we gave you a prompt in the showdown last year, and I
Yeah.
don't know whatever is going to happen to the song. Probably nothing, but you came back with it, and it like even that song, like you had I don't know how many days. I think it was 10 days or something to write something,
Yeah.
and it was like making fun of you. Like
I could play that song today. I still remember it.
it's such
I
a
have it.
fun,
Yeah.
but again, it was like such a good, fun storytelling song.
I like that kind of music. Like I like the serious ones a lot. And those ones I also labor over and people like it when I sing those ones, but I think that every songwriter has strengths. Like I'm not going to write a song like Jenny Harlock or Eden Taylor or Matt Blaze. We all have very different songwriting styles. We're all songwriters. But I think like lately, maybe not entirely, but yeah, in general, I like to have fun. And I
Mhm.
think that music is fun and funny. And when I wrote Chickens, I was really into Sabrina Carpenter, I will say, which I think contributed to that, And same with that Cheeky song that I
Yeah.
Help Me Help Myself, because she's one of those people that is just like full of innuendos and jokes. And she's like,
And that album had just been released,
yeah,
essentially. I
short and
remember.
sweet.
And I was like, listen to
It's
this.
so good. It's like smart,
Yes.
because it is hard. That's like a skill that you have to learn as a songwriter. Like, this is how I want to make people feel, and this is what I want them to know.
Yes.
It's hard to actually do that and then make it sound good and make it
Not be
interesting.
corny
And not be too serious, but also not be too
serious.
far out the other way.
Exactly. Yeah. So I would say that, and those songs come the quickest to me. So like Chickens, I wrote literally in 10 minutes on
Amazing.
my bedroom floor. And then Help Me Help Myself was like I was under pressure, so like I had to write that one. And then I would say the most recent example of like that spark of like we were sitting down. I was like, I want to write a song about something Calgarian. I was like, what is the most Calgary? What do I care about?
I know which one you're
Yeah,
gonna say.
what do I care about in Calgary that I can tell a story about? And I was like, immediately, it's the Blackfoot Diner. It's like, this is
Oh.
gonna be a great song. And so then that song also like was written so fast, and that is now it's overtaking Chickens. People want that.
It is a
one.
great song.
It's so fun.
I don't
love
think
that
I've
song.
actually heard. I knew you did a song about it, but I don't think I've heard it.
Oh, it's really
Yeah.
good.
I could do that one too. But you have to do your part. It kind of
Yeah,
it kind of
it's-
flops if
There's
it's just
a
independent.
crowd participation.
Yeah.
in
Well, we
that
got
one.
3 people in here. That's a crowd.
Yeah,
I could
it's
bring my
true.
We
kids
can
down.
bring a mic in for Michael. Too.
Okay, yeah. I'm down. I'll do that one. I need that one recorded in some form.
I think so for sure. We'll just put it out for Smack Talk sessions.
There you go. We could do that if the recording's good.
Why not?
Why not?
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, what else?
No, the only other thing I was thinking about just while we reflected on the showdown was not your own written music, but I do remember you did a cover. I'm drawing a blank on what the cover
Mary
was.
Gaucher.
This is a big song of yours that you sing a lot.
And like, you killed it. That whole room was just like, like
Yeah.
you had them in your pocket.
Thank you.
What goes into like doing a reinterpretation of a cover for you? Is it like getting it exactly right, or is it making your own, or like how
It's
do you?
always making it my own. Unless I'm like, and maybe this might not be interesting for the listeners, but if I got booked to show up for Stampede and it's at a bar and it's 3 sets, or even at Ranchman's, like anywhere, they say we want 3 sets of upbeat country covers. I'm doing them by the book, because that's what the people want. It's it's what I'm being paid to do. And it's also what I enjoy. It's not like a sacrifice to play the song and sing the song exactly as it was written. I don't cover songs that I don't want to cover, but in every other circumstance, I am always aiming to kind of make it my own. And even when I am doing covers, like there are some songs that I have been covering for years that they'll come on in a playlist and Michael will go, "Oh, that's how that song sounds." Like he'll be like, "I like your version better," which is not about better or worse, but I think inherently, like by being me, and this would be true of any artist, this song takes on a new life as soon as someone else decides to borrow it. For that Mary Gaucher song in particular, that is a really good full circle moment for like all the conversations we've had today. It's a Mary Gaucher song, And I saw Mary Gaucher at the Canmore Folk Fest in 2003 when I was very little and followed her career my entire life. I read her book. I like met her, I'm like a crazy stalker fan. But she was something that my mom and I shared. She was like the perfect example of everything I ever wanted to be. And I don't even really play music like her, I just loved what she was doing, and her music touched me in that one of those same kind of way. Like someone they start playing, or even if you hear it on a CD, that's how you know it's powerful, when it stops you, just the recorded version, let alone bearing the presence of that person. Like every time I see Mary Gaucher, I cry every time, and it's uncontrollable. She's like one of those people for me. And so I think that I approach borrowing her music very differently. And it's not like I'm going to really do a Mary Gaucher song now and I'm going to half-ass this,
Yeah.
Johnny Cash song or Patsy Cline song, It's not like I'm faking it when I'm doing other things, but there's just there's a special thing there for her with me that is, I will say incredibly parasocial and like probably unhealthy. Like not actually.
We've all been there. Don't
yeah.
worry. It's fine.
But also just like, I feel that it is a privilege to sing her music. And I feel that there is a bar that has to be met, or I don't deserve to be singing them, and that bar is only decided by me, of course. Right. And that only makes me better. Like, it's not because I'm afraid of public, you know, disdain, or I don't deserve to, because people aren't, it's not about that. It's for me. Like, am I making myself proud? Would I make her proud?
Yeah.
You
I was
know?
just going to say, like, honoring her.
Yeah. And also honoring the relationships that surround her as a person and that surround her music. Like, I love Mary Gaucher because my mom loved Mary Gaucher. That song in particular was one of my mom's favorite songs that Mary does. One of my mom's favorite songs that I do, and that is like so elemental. It's so deep in me that I can't like shake it out of me.
Mm.
And it always translates for that one. But it's like, not everybody likes that song, except for, sometimes I'll be, this is my favorite thing. I'll play a show and I'll do my Mary Gaucher songs and nobody knows them, Well, not nobody.
But generally.
She's famous, but like generally, yeah. If I'm playing a country music show, like not everybody's going to expect to hear Mary Gaucher. But there's always like one person or two people that are like, really liked that Mary Gaucher cover, and people know her. Like, we're all in this strange, like, I love Mary Gaucher cult, because she is the benchmark. Like, she is like truly phenomenal. And like when I sing her songs at shows, I say, if you go home tonight, you don't remember my name, like remember Mary Gaucher's name and read her fucking book.
You always plug her book, yeah.
Yeah, because it's so good, and it's not even like. That's a book of storytelling. She's not telling you how to write a song.
Mm-hmm.
She tells you what she went through and then tells you her process of writing that song. So that's super cool. Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting her properly as an adult. We're on Instagram together. So
that's big time.
On the gram.
And so she was playing at the Ironwood. Okay, everything is full circle these days. And I went to go see her. She opened with I Drink, which is that song.
Mm-hmm.
Immediate waterworks. I'm like, it was like intense. I was like trying not to hyperventilate, And then I met her after and I got her to sign the book because I'm obsessed with this book. And I like held her hand and I was like, it's such an honor to meet you. Like, it was late enough in my mom's journey that like she couldn't come. And that was emotional for me. And the whole time I'm like interacting with her, I'm just like, the tears are streaming and it's not an active thing. It's just I'm passively crying the whole time. And I was wearing one of my beaded hats. And she was like, oh my God, are you the girl that does that cover of I Drink? And I was like, yeah. You like it? You like it? And she said, thank you. for singing my songs. And then I like went home that night feeling like I could die and like it would be fine. Like that's all I needed to do in life. And then like just last week or 2 weeks ago, I did a songwriter round at the Ironwood and I sang I Drink. And a woman came up to me after and was like, you sang that song with like way more than you sang all your other songs. And I didn't even do it on purpose. And all my other songs were good, you know? I was giving it to something about that one. And there's a few I think that like click like
Yeah.
that. But yeah.
Love that.
It's
pretty
emotional.
cool.
And you gotta like, I think it is important that we feel vulnerable, like, and almost uncomfortable in ourselves on stage because people are also drawn to that because they are uncomfortable. We are all uncomfortable. It's hard to exist.
I think
you
just
know?
be uncomfortable in life. That's the new motto.
Yeah.
Just let it all fly, you know?
Yeah. And then people look for that. They want to like relate to that. And as artists, like we have a responsibility to harness that and to acknowledge that and then to give that back to people. And that's also what Mary Gaucher does.
That's beautiful.
Well, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I could talk
I love
about
that.
it forever.
I love it.
On that note, we're almost an hour in.
I cry all the
Yeah.
time, by the
Yeah.
way, at
Me
concerts.
too.
At concerts too,
Yeah.
like specifically.
I get overwhelmed by
Like
the
I
feeling.
had to leave recently
Yeah.
because it was too much.
I mean, that was like a
They were talking about the slave trade
immersive
and stuff, but it was like
experience,
also
but
about like I related to it in a Métis fashion as well,
Yeah.
like my ancestors. Anyway,
That happens every time I go to every time I go to a powwow, I cry as
Oh,
soon as I walk
gosh.
in there.
as soon as
And
the
it's-
first drum, right?
Yeah.
like
And it's like I was raised, like I was at powwows in the womb, like the drum beats, like and the
Yes.
singing, and I know the songs. Still, I walk in. It's the same way if you go to church and you
Yes.
hear a church choir. It's like such an overwhelming
Deep.
thing.
It's
Takes over
deep
your
in there.
entire body.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah. I also, the night that we did the Chickens release, like a friend of mine, now we're friends now, not that we weren't friends then, but we've had the chance to meet each other a little bit better. And they came to the show. It was their first time seeing me live. And I did I Drink, and they also left like halfway through the song. They like started crying and had to like go collect themselves. So
you're like okay.
yeah, and then that also happens. Like I've been playing that song about my mom. I've only been able to do it twice since then. But every time, like I also cannot be looking at the audience because they are also all crying. Like it's just,
Mhm.
but that's cathartic. Like it hurts, and it is not supposed to not hurt. Like we can't fake our way out of feelings. Music expresses those feelings, I think, in a more full way than just words do. Or just,
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're all here because music
Exactly.
has impacted us in that way.
Yeah.
No, I think back to the year my dad died. Like I just listened to music and cried for like a fucking year.
I did that today. That's why
Yeah,
I was
that's-
late.
she
I had to
was-
go home and fix my makeup.
You weren't
'cause I-
really late. You were like 3 minutes.
Yeah, but
after
I
the
was like,
time you
I
said-
was driving here, and then a song came on that I've been skipping, but I was like, I can handle it. Like, let me listen to this song. And then I just like started crying. And at first I was trying to fix it. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm crying. And then so I was just like ugly cried, turned my car around. I was like, I'm going to go have to fix my makeup now. Turned the car around, went home, fixed my face, came here. And that's okay. That's
It's
what
okay.
happens. Yeah.
That's
Good.
what happens.
I'm glad. I'm
Mhm.
glad you took the time.
Yeah. I was only 7 minutes late.
Yeah, exactly. You weren't even late.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming today. We're gonna get to some music.
Yeah.
Before that, we have our final segment that we're gonna wing,
Ooh.
which is the Rapid Artist Merch Songs of the Week.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, so we come up with a song we want to plug. You've been plugged on here at least once.
I think more. Because
Maybe-
people are like, has anyone said chickens in the trailer park? I'm like, yes, 3 people.
Really?
I think I was the first, I'll be happy to say.
Yes.
But then, yeah, I think like 1 or 2 other people were like, can I say Jaiden? And I'm like, you can, but you have to pick something else.
Yeah.
She already has been plugged.
That's so nice.
Right?
Yeah, that's so
Fans,
sweet.
Jaiden fans. So yeah, the song is called Chickens in the Trailer Park. I know we keep calling it Chickens.
Chickens,
But
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if you look up Jaiden, it's not hard to find
Yeah.
because it's her first release.
It is.
So,
yeah.
but I'm very excited to see what you come up with. I mean, I've heard
Already
it,
know.
but then maybe it'll be different because it's
Yeah. We'll s-
double fiddle or whatever you're going to do
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Battle of the Fiddles.
Yeah.
That's my next song, just a Canadian jazz fiddle tune.
Exactly.
Battle of the Fiddles.
Exactly.
What do you got? You came up
Okay.
with something?
Yes.
Okay,
My friend, Bob.
Bob.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just Bob.
yeah, his name's Bob.
Cool.
Was in a band in the late 90s, mid to late 90s, early 2000s, I would say. Anyway, it's called The Dudes, Calgary band. It was like my staple growing up, teenager, like where I'd go watch local music. I was like, where are the dudes playing?
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah. And now Bob plays in Q Varro's band.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I've
That's
got to
awesome.
connect with Bob later in life because I didn't know Bob back when I was a big Dudes fan.
Okay.
Now I'm a big Q Varro fan and a Bob fan. So it's really cool that we're all friends now.
Yeah.
And so the album's called, I don't remember, Bloods, Bruises, Something Cuts.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, but the song I really like, there's some really good ones on there, is called Mr. Someone Else.
Mr. Someone Else.
Yeah, it's really good. Take a
Okay.
listen. It's like just super cool, like garage rock band, like vibes.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
We just recorded,
That's
we keep
cool.
recording podcasts and then we're like, oh, we have to come up with a song.
It's like
'cause we want to give everyone equal
Yeah.
chance in a way. Like, I don't want to repeat artists yet because I'm like, I haven't said everyone yet.
Yeah, for sure.
Once I've said everyone, which I won't.
what? There's an unlimited.
Unless you release something, I guess I'll have to
Right.
say
Then,
that.
then when people ask again, you can be like,
I
yes,
was the first,
it's
actually.
renewed.
Did you ever give him a shout out? I can't remember.
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm.
Jaden, who you got? You got someone?
Like, it has to be a new release?
No,
No,
it can
no.
be anything.
Like
just
the
as-
Dudes was the 90s, but they're local-ish.
really?
Like, I would say local-ish. Like,
Okay.
like somewhere in Canada, let's say.
Oh, really?
More indie.
Did I show Hero before?
Okay, more
No.
indie.
Okay, I got one.
Yeah.
She was in the showdown this year, and that like lately I haven't had a chance to like really go listen to a lot of music. So everything in my
Everything's coming
uniforms
out of
is
the
coming out of
showdown.
the showdown. But we met her in the summer. She did. She came out to Heliopolis, hung out with a few times, and then she was in the showdown. And she didn't make it past the first round, but I really liked her performance. She had the foot tambourine, and
Yeah,
Oh,
just-
yeah, I
she's
saw
really
that.
sweet.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's
just a
very,
sweet
very, very nice
being,
human.
too.
And Kirsten Pfeiffer. I hope
Yeah.
I said that. I think I said that
You
right.
did. Quick round of applause for Seth saying a name properly.
Hey, she's got a bunch of songs online, but "Till You Come Along" is one that I like, and yeah, she's great. And check her out if you're in the
She's
Calgary
doing-
music
she's doing
scene.
stuff,
She does
yeah.
lots of
Watch
shows.
for her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out
I was
Kirsten.
impressed by her also.
Yeah, she's very sweet too,
Yeah.
which I love. I like when people are nice, you know?
Yeah.
Can't-
Well, I like when people take risks too, and like she took it. Like I don't know, she didn't just stand there and play her guitar.
No.
She tried some stuff, and
Yeah.
it stood out.
Totally.
Yeah, I think she was really good.
Awesome. What do you got?
I don't know. I have no service down here, so I have to like
Ah.
think. I have to
Oh,
actually
sorry.
think.
Go on, Zoe,
I
Wi-Fi
have to
quickly.
use my head.
And we've probably said almost every song that you're going to think of.
Really?
No,
Probably.
but there is a lot that we've said.
Well, do you guys talk about Brett and Rose ever?
You know
I
what?
don't
She
think
has
we
not
have.
come out. No.
So you're lucky. You got
you
it.
talked about Jenny and Eden and all
Yes.
these people and Brett and Matt. Matt?
Yeah.
I think
Did I
Matt
do-
got a show.
Let me
at
do
one
Matt,
point.
actually.
Okay, you can do Matt. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, sorry.
If it was,
Love
it was a
you,
while
Breton,
ago.
though.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we can revisit Matt because
Um,
it's been a while if it was.
Yeah, no. So Matt's latest single is called Memories of You.
Mm.
And I sang backup vocals on it.
She did.
So it's out now. It's gorgeous. I was
It
also
is
there.
Nice.
It's a beautiful song.
Haunting.
Very haunting.
I'll have to
I-
add that.
It's very
Yeah,
good.
I was there for the shooting of the music video. He had Jenny do it, and we just like frolicked in fields while Matt like looked mysterious, you know. It's a beautiful song. I'm a huge fan of it, and that was one of my he recorded it a long time ago, like before the dog song came out.
The dog song.
I was
That-
gonna say, is she gonna
that's
go with
been
the
on it, I
dog
think,
song?
the dog
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
And or maybe just after the dog song. I can't remember the timeline, but it feels like it was a long time ago. And he asked me if I would sing backup vocals on it. It was my first time ever in a studio, and it is released in the world, and it sounds good. So
Yeah,
Amazing.
and that's
Um,
Matt Blaze. I don't think you said
yes,
his last name.
Mr. Matt Blaze.
Who we love Matt.
Yes, we love Matt so much.
He is such
That's
a
great. Yeah.
beauty.
He's
Beauty.
like one of my
Beauty of the week.
yeah, beauty of the week. Matt Blaze.
That
He's-
should be
yeah.
a new segment.
That could be a new
Yeah.
segment.
He's
Beauty of the week.
one of my greatest mentors in the industry, if not the mentor of my career. So
Yeah, he's been great.
I owe a
for
lot to
you.
him. And
I remember when I was first discovering you, I had already discovered you. I'll take that on my own. Okay.
yeah.
I've known about this girl for a while.
She's been a day one.
Hey
dating.
everyone. So don't
Yes.
try and steal my thunder when you say, I knew you when. I knew her when. Not, just kidding. We can all share. But
Yeah.
I was learning about you and
No,
then
you
Matt
can't. No,
actually like messaged me
Matt
and
was
he's like, Jaiden, do you know Jaiden? And I was like, well, I just learned about her. He's like, okay, yeah, you got to get her. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's been
Matt hustles.
championing you.
Yes, for sure. He's also hard on me. Sometimes he's like,
Well, you need that, like that
he's
big
a
brother.
bit mean,
It's okay.
but not in an actually mean way, just in like a you could do better. I'm gonna help you do better kind of way.
Mm,
But no, Memories of You, great song, great song.
amazing.
Mhm.
Well, thank you for joining us, Jaiden.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. We're gonna like fade this out and go into you doing some music. So
Hey,
yeah,
okay.
thanks for coming.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
having me.
Thanks, Michael.
I'm gonna do this one. This is Cross My Heart. It's about drinking too much, waking up with anxiety. It's fun. Okay. Well, I've been hurting. I've been humbled. Been going through some trouble. It's a lonely road till I find myself again. And I've been trying to quit my lying and the happiness that I've been cross my heart if I survive, amen. I'm confessing to you now that I didn't make you proud. I did all the things that I told you I didn't. And I took to drinking. And I know I've gone too far, and I've sinned beneath your star. My eyes went dark, I lost my spark, I wasn't thinking. I took to drinking. Well, I've been hurting. I've been humbled, been going through some trouble. It's a lonely road till I find myself again. And I've been trying to quit my lying and the happiness that I've lied. Cross my heart if I survive, amen. Well, Lord, I ain't been saved, and I've done all but caved. I thought that I could trust in my own free thinking. I took to drinking. Well, I've been hurting. I've been humbled, been going through some trouble. It's a lonely road till I find myself again. And I've been trying to quit my lying and the happiness that I've lied. Cross my heart if I survive, amen. Break it down. Well, I've been hurting. I've been humbled. Been going through some trouble. Well, it's a lonely road till I find myself again. And I've been trying to quit my lying and the happiness that I've lied. Cross my heart if I survive, amen. Cross my heart if I survive, amen. Thank you. it's been a while since I've been Jaiden Riley.